Mr. Greenwood, the draft bill includes provisions that require federal agencies to establish a SBIR advisory board that includes private sector representatives. The bill also requires agencies to release regular research solicitations and to issue a final decision on an SBIR application within 90 days after the agency receives the application. How will these provisions impact the small research firms that are members of your organizations?
Well, I think it would be useful. I think the one sensitivity I would raise is that and some of these agencies already have peer review panels, and so what you want to do is be careful to avoid redundancy there. I like the idea that that you would have 2 representatives from small business there to make sure that the review gets that perspective, and I certainly think anything that gives you certainty with regard to the turnaround time of your application would be very helpful.
Thank you. I want to ask the question that I engaged the administrator regarding the use of 1% of funds set aside for SBI research to pay for administrative costs associated with commercialization programs. And this is current law authorizes the Department of Defense to use it. The draft legislation takes a different approach, and I would like either Mr. Leahy or Mr. Greenwood to comment on this. Instead of repurposing SCAR research dollars, it authorizes an appropriation to the SBA equal to approximately 1% of the set aside for a fund that federal agencies can draw on to support new commercialization initiatives. Do you support this approach to funding federal agency efforts to help small firms commercialize SBIR funded research?
Madam Chairman, yes, we do. I think it is an important mechanism, and again, it supports the overall objective of the SBIR program. So to the extent that these funds could be used to administer or provide additional commercialization or training activities to help educate these entrepreneurs, I think is consistent with the overall objective of the program and certainly something we would support.
I think very straightforwardly, if the Congress is able to authorize the appropriations of these funds to cover the administrative costs, it's more money left for R&D, and that's what the program is all about.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank all the witnesses. It's been quite an insightful hearing today, and we will continue to work on this reauthorization and expect to mark up the bill soon, and in consultation with, of course, the minority, Mr. Chabot. And I ask at this point consent that members will have 5 days to submit a statement on supporting materials for the record. Without objection, so ordered. This hearing is now adjourned. Thank you.